Hi y'all, Kimberly here. Well, earlier today I did a mukbang for Gator's Bayou, and I was eating a swamp sampler, and it had gator bites in it. Yes, I've eaten gator bites before, or gator before, but I was so young I couldn't remember what it tastes like, so that's why I picked that to mukbang, because I really wanted to remember what it tasted like, and it was good. I liked it. It might have been a little chewy for some people. It kind of reminds me of a piece of ham that has a little bit of fat in it, not a lot. I did get one bite that was a little gristly, and I had to spit that out, but that was off camera. But I was actually going to bring this up because there was a comment by my keys asking me about if I had tasted of the gator. I think you asked me 3 questions, and I was answering 2 of them, and then one of them, it like disappeared. So I didn't know if you took it off, or if that's something with YouTube, or because that happens sometimes. I didn't know, if it's the person taking the question off or the comment off, or if it's something with YouTube just randomly taking my questions off. So I don't know. But I just want to answer that back. That yes, I have eaten it before, but it's been a long time, and I just didn't remember. I was a baby, and I was told I liked it, but I couldn't remember because I was so young. But there's one thing, when I went into the restaurant, I ordered my food, and there was a guy sitting at a table by himself by the door, and I paid for my food, and then I was walking towards the door, and he, jumped out of his chair, sprang out of his chair, ran to the door, and I thought, it kind of crossed in front of me. I thought he was having an emergency or something. And he did that to hold the door open for me, because I had that big bag with the 2 clamshells of food, and I was carrying my purse and everything, and my money. I was trying to put it up, and he did that, and it kind of shocked me, because that is kind of a common thing here in West Texas, guys holding the door open. I think I've said that before in one of my videos about Texas. I've said that before, but it hasn't happened for a while. A lot of young people, I think sometimes it depends on the way they're raised. Some kids will do that. They're very respectful, and they hold the doors open. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. No, sir. And this guy just, ran out of his chair to hold the door open for me. And he was eating. He had a mouthful of food. He just instantly jumped up and ran to the door. That was very, very respectful. And I said, thank you so much, and I don't know if that's common in other parts of the country, but it is here. But for a guy who had a mouthful of food, who just jumped up and ran and did it, it was very nice to see that be done. It was very chivalrous. I guess chivalry is not dead. But that just kind of brought back memories, because guys hold the door open all the time, but and the way that he did it was a little shocking, I guess, because he did it so fast. At first I thought there was something wrong, but that was just a little thing, a little observation I wanted to just say. It was just kind of something I hadn't seen for a long time, but it was very nice, very, very nice. And I was going to talk also about the mask situation. I was running around town today. It's my day off, and I went to several places, and there was a lot of people without masks. And I had my mask on, and a lot of people did have them. About half the people did, and half the people didn't. And there was a lot of milling around. People were not social distancing as much. There's a little bit of it, going on. I think when people were in line at the cash register, there was a lot of distance, but, people were passing by each other, just getting very close, huddled up in groups and everything. So it's, Texas reopened. It's supposed to be 100%, but it's also up to the business, because especially if they own the property or the building, or even if they're renting it, it's their business, and they can refuse service to whoever they want. They can let you come in or not come in according to whatever they want. And there's still people here that don't understand that concept. When you own a business, you are the boss. The only thing you can't do is you can't discriminate. If you do something discriminatory, then that's illegal. Yes, everybody can understand that. But as far as like a health issue, like no shirt, no shoes, no service, and I've said this before, that's such a simple rule. And people abide by that. And then this issue with the mask, since it has been retracted by our governor, Greg Abbott, people can walk around without a mask. And that's, I want to say it's fine with me because I respect other people's right to be, to have some freedom, and enjoy their freedoms. But as far as the business goes, if you're going to go in a business, if it has a sign that says wear a mask, then please respect it. And there was a business, it was somewhere in Texas, I believe. A business owner put up a sign saying there was a fine saying if you come in without a mask and cause a disturbance, you're going to get fined for that. And if they have to explain to you or listen to you, or no, I think there was going to be a fine if you come into the store and they have to explain to you why to wear a mask, they're going to fine you. And then there was going to be a second fine if you say something back. If you defend yourself, if they have to listen to you explain why you don't want to wear a mask, they're going to fine you also. I don't know if they can legally enforce that, but I just thought it was funny. It's all over the internet. And, unfortunately, there's one story about a lady in Galveston, Texas that was, she's 65 years old. She went into a bank and she didn't want to wear the mask, and she was, having a fit about it, throwing a hissy fit, and they called the police, and she was subsequently arrested because she wouldn't comply with the mask order from the bank. She wouldn't respect it, and she was just being stupid, She's 65 years old, she should know better. And the funny thing is, I busted out laughing when I saw this. The cop had her in handcuffs, and she was on the floor. They made her lay down on the floor, and they handcuffed her. And the cop was Hispanic. She was white. And she was trying to get up. He was telling her to stand up. She's in the handcuffs. And it's kind of difficult to do that, without your hands, especially at that age. And she started saying, "Ayúdame, ayúdame." Which that means help me in Spanish, if for some of you that don't speak Spanish. But she was saying that she was a white lady. They were both speaking English. He was Hispanic. And she started telling him, "Ayúdame, ayúdame." It was just hysterical, and he goes, "Are you talking to me?" Something like that. And she was telling, "Yes, I want you to help me up." And he was like, "Well, we're speaking English," or something like that. I speak English. He said something in response to her, but I thought it was hysterical, and it was just so ridiculous. And then, like an idiot, when she got out of jail, she went to another business, and she did the same thing, and I think she got rearrested. Maybe not, I'm not sure, but I want to say that she did get rearrested, but it was the same lady that did it twice in a row. I mean, come on, use some common sense. I mean, hopefully this thing will be over with in a while. Well, I don't know. Florida had over 2 million cases. It just went haywire in Florida with all the spring breakers and all that going on. People walking around with no mask. They've started another outbreak in Florida, and they had closed down certain roads, and they were breaking up public, I guess, gatherings. Parties. I was going to say parties, but gatherings. So it's getting really bad in Florida again. So they may be looking at another lockdown. And there are several other states that they're starting to get higher reinfection rates, even though Dr. Fauci said that we are on a plateau, that the cases did come down, but it plateaued. And he said with this, some of the spikes that they're having already just in the past week, that it might start going back up. And hopefully that doesn't happen here in Texas. I feel for the businesses. You know, I want them to be open, and I think they should be allowed to make some money and try to get back. You know, there's too many businesses that have shut down, and I think there's got to be a way to try to figure it out. Try to, I don't know, do more social distancing in the business. Make sure they wear masks, and I don't know, have them wash their hands or sanitize or whatever. I don't know. If it gets worse, I just hope we don't have another lockdown, you know. Okay, just try to use some common sense, be safe, and don't reinfect yourself and don't reinfect other people. Thank you, and y'all have a good night.